right, I think I'm hooked up and I'm ready to untie some things here. We'll do the gangplank first. I get these lines that I've got keeping it from sliding down. Boats go by, it tends to slide down into the boat and occasionally into the drink. To make sure I don't lose it, I secure it with this line. I need to go back and put a little pressure on the bow here though with the motor. So it's calm, so it shouldn't. Better to be safe. A little pressure never hurts. Anticipate tying to a shore place tonight, but I don't know where all the other boats are on the lake, so let's get me a little pressure first. Bow line first. And there's really no wind, but the last known wind was southwest, so we will assume there's some, even if we can't see it. So we'll take the downwind first, which is the farthest one away anyway, so that helps. It's always nice to have a reasonably calm morning to depart from the site. Got all our firewood retrieved. We'll coil the lines after we get them secured. Boat seems to be holding position pretty well. So I won't hustle on getting the ramp, or gangplank I should say, put away. All right, now gangplank. All right, we're set. I don't see anything I left on shore. We should run out of gas in 2 or 3 or 4 miles. And it backs away beautifully. So we'll see how far we get on this tank of gas. It's cloudier this morning than I expected. It was supposed to be pretty clear, sunny today. Well, maybe just morning clouds. We had them yesterday too, so we'll see. Solar panels seem to be working a little bit this morning. Yeah, we'll turn the autopilot on and we're trucking down the lake. Yeah, these are, I think there's campsites on both of these islands here. I think there's about 3 actually along in here. One on this island, one on the next 2 islands as well. was slow on the uptake there. Didn't get the pictures of the loons that I wanted, but there was a boat there. I didn't see it. Oh, I was in that. Yeah, there's somebody on that site. Looks like a tent. Bunch of fishermen. Well, I probably should stop the recording going up on these islands. I think that's a campsite right there. Yeah, it looks like one. Looks like they've got the reef marked. Can't remember how steep this is. I'm hoping the tie-up will work. I've not been down here with this boat, so yeah, that's where that reef was, right off to the right there. Looks like both the marker and a log on it. In 2018, I ran up on that, had a hard time getting off. Not with this boat, but with one of the Leisure Island houseboats. Well, fortunately, it's fairly still, so that helps. Right on the left here, not seeing the fireplace or the best place to tie up to. Well, let's go in and take a look here. Kind of steep. Where's the place to tie up? This may not be I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. Take another look here. I need to find a place where I can put the bow. We'll try right between those trees. Yeah, we're going to try right between it. There's a little notch in the rocks here. I can adjust it a little bit if I can get it to fit in there a little bit. Real gently. See if this is going to work here. All right. Keep a slight forward motion on it. Go back the other way a little bit. All right, let's go see if we can do it. It wasn't balanced right enough, but I think I've got it here. So. That'll hold it for now, and is that where I want it? Yeah, that may be okay right there. It's steep here. Looks pretty good, but I need to check to see how this is setting on here. I guess that'll work. Get this tied up a little tighter. I think I got it, folks. I gotta snug up that other starboard line a little bit, but I think I got it. Looks like plenty of kindling too, and I have my own firewood, so. But this is probably not very good for Starlink or for sun, for that matter. But we'll make it work. Bow ring is not hitting. That's a ramp out so we can get on and off just a little bit easier, although it's not too bad here. All right, let's shut her down, folks. All right. We've arrived. It's always a bit of a hustle trying to get tied up, and I've got a very low bow, so I've got to be real careful to not have that bow eye pounding against the rocks, because it's such a concentrated area it could bend or even put a hole in the boat. Good evening, folks. It's about 6:30, I think, just up on the hill here, waiting for the sun to set and start the fire. There was a bunch of kindling here, so I didn't have to do a lot of prep for that. I just split a few pieces of wood to make it a little easier to burn. This afternoon, did a lot of listening to audiobook here up in the hill. Flew the drone a little bit before dinner. I had chicken fried rice, salad, and rolls for dinner with white wine. And then I went swimming because the water temperature was up around 68, 69. Enjoyed getting in the water and cooling off because it was about 82 at the high, I think, here. Didn't feel that bad up on the hill. It was just in the cabin. It was kind of warm. For dessert this evening, I had strawberries and ice cream, Haagen-Dazs ice cream, to cool off. I got on some fresh clothes, so I'm feeling good. Beautiful day, beautiful evening. Not sure if I'll move tomorrow. I'm going to do some kayaking, at least in the morning, and then I'll decide whether to move up the lake, back up the lake or not. We're just above the dam here, so we can't go much further south. I'll go down with the kayak a little bit and poke around. I've done that. Back in 2018, I was at this site. Returned after all these years, and it's kind of neat to be back. There's an old tree on the rock there. In fact, I'll take a picture of it later because that particular tree was green and flourishing when I was here last time, and now it's dying, and it's growing right out of a rock. It's kind of a unique. So I'll do a before and after of that tree. Very calm tonight. It's still warm. I expect it'll be warm in the cabin through the night, actually. I got a little bit of internet on Starlink. Connection's not the best, but I've got some here, which surprised me because I've got really heavy tree cover all around. Normally, you got to have a kind of an open north aspect to have decent Starlinks. I still have a problem with one of the panels. I don't know if I mentioned that yesterday or not. One of the aft bimini panels, which are flexible panels, 120 watt each, one of them is not functioning right. And without the voltage from that panel, the other one, even though it works, will not give enough voltage to charge the solar generator. So I've got a problem there, and apparently no fix that I can think of. I'm hoping it doesn't affect the trip too negatively. Fortunately, my house battery is fairly large. I get as much sun as it looks like there is in the forecast. I should be okay. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.